pace. Beautiful by design and dynamic to drive. Delivering performance that is unmistakably Jaguar.
This is Newstalk.
Now, Sean's been on to us. He says a convoy of tractors on the way up from Dunshaughlin at the moment, so they are making their way towards Dáil Éireann. I'm sure other tractors too. Now, like it or loathe it, Black Friday will take place this coming Friday. Many retailers have been running promotions over the month of November, but where are the best deals to be found? Well, our tech correspondent, Jess Kelly, has been investigating, and she joins us now online. Jess, good morning.
Pat, how are you?
I'm very well. So, take us through some of the things you've discovered. I mean, you can find deals everywhere, but you've been scouring for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. So the key thing with Black Friday is not to go out and buy junk that you don't need, that you don't want, or doesn't serve a purpose. So I've gone through some of the best bits that you and I have reviewed over the year to see where the best value is to be had. And the first website that I'm going to mention is eatechdirect.com. They're doing 10% off everything for Black Friday if you use Black Friday as the code at the checkout. So you may remember last year we raved about the eNod mini ring earphones. These are in-ear headphones that rivaled some of the top-end wireless headphones. They now have a new version, so it's eNod Pros. So the Pro version, they're €70, but you can get 10% off if you use the Black Friday discount code. Another one that's worth mentioning, another device, a wearable, is the Xiaomi Mi Band 4. So this is one of the wearables, one of the watches. In the recent weeks, we've talked about some of the new Fitbits, some of the Samsungs, but we haven't actually reviewed the Xiaomi yet. But the reason I'm mentioning it is because it's now €35, again with 10% off if you use the code. This is the ideal wearable for someone who is looking to get into fitness. They're not, training for a marathon. They're looking to up their step count, monitor their heart rate, monitor their sleep and so on. It's £35 and you cannot go wrong. So that is definitely worth checking out from EA Tech Direct. Now,
another website you have investigated, mintplus.ie.
Yeah, so a lot of people get in touch with the program saying they want to buy, an iPhone or a high-end phone, but they don't want to pay the full price. So there are alternatives out there. What mintplus.ie do is they sell refurbished phones. So again, they're phones that are refurbished to the highest standard, and they're much cheaper than buying a brand new one. But they are also giving 10% off for Black Friday. So if you go to mintplus.ie and use the discount code Best Friday, you can get things like the Apple AirPods. So they're the in-ear headphones from Apple. They were $169.99. They'll be down to $159 with the discount code. There's an iPhone 7 silver or rose gold. Was $350, now down to $315. Or you can get a Samsung Galaxy S8, which was $349, down to €314. So again, if you want one of those premium phones without having to pay $1,000 or thereabouts, at mintplus.ie using the discount code Best Friday.
Now, the retailers, they've been advertising heavily in the last while. Curry's PC World, say. What have they got?
Yes, indeed. They have a whole host of discounts throughout the store. Again, looking for bits that we have recommended and reviewed throughout the year. The ones that jumped out at me, we had the Amazon Echo Dot, which is Amazon's smart assistant. It kind of looks like a hockey puck. It plugs in, it gets on your Wi-Fi, and then can answer all of your questions and basically be a smart assistant. That's down to €26, which is incredible. So if you've someone who's interested in technology but doesn't have a smart assistant yet, for £26, you can't really go wrong. Personally, I'm a big fan of Google Home in terms of smart assistants. So the big Google Home, which is the sort of the cone-shaped one that has incredible sound quality, is down to €59. I think I paid €109 for my one, so that is a good deal. In terms of TVs, this is where you can often get the biggest amount of savings. So the LG 65-inch Smart 4K Ultra HD HDR TV is down €170 to €679.
That seems very cheap for a 65-inch.
It is incredible. I have the 49-inch version of this TV, and it is remarkable. I bought mine, I think, 2 years ago now. So this is 65-inch, and it is absolutely stunning. The thing to remember, though, if you are buying a new TV, there are a few small little niggly things. Firstly, you want to make sure that you have the storage space for a 65-inch screen, because obviously it is quite incredibly big. The other thing to be mindful of is the stand. So unless you are wall mounting your TV, you need to be mindful of, does it have two legs either side of the TV or the central pole? Again, this can sort of impact where you can put it. So just a small thing to be mindful of. Another deal to watch out for is the Beats headphones. These are big on-ear Bluetooth headphones. They are down to €239 with a saving of €130, and that is from Curry's PC World. So again, an absolute bargain to be had there.
KitchenAid Artisan Stand Mixer, black tag price $329. You can save £270 on that.
Yeah, these are these huge, big sort of investment products that you will have for years on end. You can get for an absolute bargain. It's worth mentioning there's an app called Price Spy. I mention it every single year. There's a website, pricespy.ie, or you can get the free app on your phone. And if you put in, say, the KitchenAid Artisan Stand Mixer, what that app will do is will scan around all of the outlets, both physical stores and online, to tell you where you can find the biggest saving or the cheapest price, including delivery and so on. So pricespy.ie is that app and website.
A Samsung tablet, it's 10.1-inch tablet A, 32 gig bundle, black tag price $179. That's way down on the regular price, isn't it?
It is, and this is the ideal tablet. I know a lot of people will be looking for a tablet for Christmas. So whether it is for a Santa list or for a relative, this one is absolutely brilliant. The thing to be mindful of, there's only 32 gigs of storage, so you're not going to be downloading a whole host of stuff onto the tablet. But if someone wants to watch Netflix, do emails, play games and so on, it's the absolute dream.
Pre-owned iPad Air with new ZAG Bluetooth keyboard cover. That's €249 at itrepairs.ie in Cork. Now, is there just one of those, or do they have a whole pile of them? Because that sounds like a very good price.
Yeah, so the thing with these pre-owned, and it's the same with Mint Plus as well, is that it is very much dictated by the stock. So they do have a number of these offers, but it's kind of on a first-come, first-served basis. They also have a whole host of refurbished phones too.
Now, a couple of odd things, I suppose. Aer Lingus and Connacht Rugby. Two separate offers. Go on.
Two separate offers. So what Connacht are doing, they're doing a thing called the Christmas 3. And so for €79, you get tickets to 3 Connacht games. So these are games for the European Champions Cup and then 2 Pro 14 games. So you can go to connachtrugby.ie/Christmas 3. Aer Lingus have told us that they're doing €100 off flights to North America. Peter Mark is another one. You may remember, although I don't know if it stood out in your memory, we discussed Daphne Allure, which is a hair straightener that kind of looks like a hairbrush. It is an incredible device for women who want to bring devices on the go. So if you travel a lot or you want to throw it into your handbag, it's usually €159. At the moment, it's €129 from Peter Mark. And then Chupi, who's the Irish jewellery designer.
Yeah, she was on with us yesterday on in the Kilkenny shop.
Yes, indeed. So rather than doing traditional Black Friday offers, what they are doing is if you spend a minimum of €179 or over, you get an extra gift. So they have them for different price brackets, that if you're buying one thing for a certain price bracket, you will get a second thing thrown in as well.
Okay, I'll fire some quick questions at you. Looking at a new TV, hoping to get LG NanoCell Smart TV 49-inch, $579. Does Jess think NanoCell is good, or would she recommend a better one for around that price? Needs to be able to take the old-fashioned coax cable and Wi-Fi for smart compatibility.
Okay, so the LG TVs, as we mentioned at the top, are excellent. The one that you're mentioning there is actually the model that I have, the 49-inch. So I would absolutely go for that. I think it's a really good price. And in terms of the cables and the ports and so on, triple check in store. As memory serves, I think it does have it. And if not, the different people in the shops will be able to advise you in terms of adapters or other solutions.
Hi, Jess. I'm looking for a new Samsung phone as a gift, but there are so many options. I use Apple myself. I'm not familiar with Samsung. What are my best options?
Okay, so it's very much dictated on your budget. So if you want, you could look at some of the refurbished models that we mentioned there from mintplus.ie. But if you want to buy a new phone outright, devices like the Samsung S8 have come way down in price. Another one worth checking out is the Samsung Galaxy A70. This is sort of their mid-range phone. If memory serves, it's around €350 to buy it outright. And it's incredible in terms of battery life and power and so on.
My daughter's returning back to college after a break to do a master's. She will need a new laptop. Doesn't need really top performance, but needs, as a student, a certain robustness. That's from Mark.
Yes, indeed. So as I'm talking to you now, I'm on currys.ie and I'm looking at a HP 15.6-inch laptop that is $389. So again, go online, have a look around. HP and Acer are incredible brands, and they will have that sense of durability. Key things to look out for. For me, I wouldn't buy anything with less than 4 gigs of RAM. If your budget can stretch to it, go for 8 gigs. In terms of the processor, I wouldn't go i7. I'd either go i3, which is the most basic, or i5. i7 will just drain your battery, and again, for a student, is not necessarily, it's not necessary, I suppose. So again, HP or Acer would be the brands, but there are so many deals out there at the moment.
A question on another phone. Could you ask Jess about the Samsung Note 10 Plus? Is it worth the money? Where best to buy it without a contract?
So the Note 10, I'm a huge fan of the Note range. I was using one up until quite recently, and I would definitely recommend it. I think the best place to buy it on a contract, or without a contract, sorry, they're all in and around the same price, to be honest with you. It's a newish
phone, so it's still top dollar.
It's top dollar. You're looking at about $1,000, and that is buying it outright. In terms of where to buy it, it depends on where you want to be on your network. So if you want to go on 3, for example, and get the all-you-can-eat data, then that's the place to go. I'm pretty sure you can buy it from Samsung Direct as well, or Carphone Warehouse sell all the phones unlocked too. So they would be your 2 options.
Now, this one, I'm out of the mandatory period of my contract with 3, but I'm still getting charged €80 a month, the price I paid to convert the cost of the phone. So you could get all-you-can-eat data on its own, just a SIM, a lot less than that, but you're paying for the phone. But they're now out of contract. So would it be worth my while just ditching the contract and going with the pay-as-you-go deal like Gomo?
Okay, so 2 points there. Absolutely, it's worth moving from that deal whereby you're still paying the same rate as when you were paying back the phone. When you move from contract to pay as you go, it seems obvious, but just keep in mind that you will no longer get upgrades. So if you're paying €80 in a contract at or a monthly fee at the moment, that means you'd be entitled to certain mobile phones at discount prices as part of the contract.
Okay,
so
that might be the first thing to investigate with 3.
Yes.
What new phone will you give me?
Oh, well, you see, again, it depends. It completely, ask them the question and see what they say. In terms of the question about Gomo, this launched a few weeks ago, and to be honest, the feedback I've been getting from listeners to this program and to Tech Talk has not been fantastic. There are some sort of niggly customer service issues, so I would be somewhat reluctant to move from a network like 3 to Gomo at this moment in time.
I'm looking at a second-hand used MacBook. I've seen a 16 gig with i7 processor for €1,000 in a shop in Dublin. The shop is not an authorised reseller, and I'm not sure what warranty I would get. Is it something worth looking at?
No. Steer clear of anything that isn't an authorised retailer or that doesn't give a warranty, just for your own peace of mind. That's a significant amount of money, and you don't want to buy it, bring it home, and within 2 weeks run into a problem and you've no comeback. So just, if you were spending that amount of money, dig deep and try and find an extra 100 or 200 quid to go to a premium Apple retailer and just give yourself that peace of mind, because you could end up paying more than that in the long run in terms of repairs and so on.
Finally, two related questions. Can Jess recommend a wireless headset for phone for calls and music? That's from Trish. And another one, good recommendation for over-ear headphones, €150 budget. They haven't mentioned Bluetooth, but I presume that's really what they're talking about.
Yeah, I would say so. So in terms of the first question, I would highly recommend the Samsung Galaxy Buds. They're the in-ear headphones from Samsung. They're now €119 down from €159 in Black Friday sales. In terms of on-ears, Sony do a great range. There's a brilliant pair that you can get from DID that are €99. I can't remember the name because they have a ridiculously long name with a million different letters. But if you go to DID, search for Sony headphones for €99 and you will find them there.
Jess Kelly, thank you very much for joining us, because we've come to the end of the programme. If you want to hear more from the show, download the news.